The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajudeen, has reaffirmed the commitment of the House to advancing the rights and welfare of senior citizens across the country. He said this at a public hearing in Abuja on the bill seeking to guarantee health, economic relief and broader civil protections for older persons, organized by the House Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development, chaired by Honorable Kafilat Ogbara. The report.
Tajudeen, represented by the House Whip Honorable Usman Kumu, stressed that existing laws, including the National Senior Citizen Center Act 2018, do not adequately address the unique vulnerabilities of older persons. In her remarks, the chairperson of the House Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development, Kafilat Ogbara, described the bill as a reflection of society's responsibility to guarantee dignity, protection and full social participation for older persons. She said the legislation seeks to tackle health, financial and social challenges affecting them.
As a nation, we must borrow leaf from well-meaning developed countries, how they treat their citizens, particularly the older ones. So it is a coalition of these ideas that will help the committee fashion out that legislative framework that will help the country put in place a legislation that will help achieve this particular piece of legislation.
So as we know, older persons often face unique challenges that can affect their health, economic stability, and social engagement. This legislation aims to address these issues head-on by establishing a framework that guarantees their rights and protections. House Bill 2098 seeks to ensure health and economic relief for older persons, recognizing that access to quality health care and financial security are fundamental human rights.
The National Social Investment Program Agency, represented by Dr. Nsikak Okon and Barrister Benjamin Ikagu, representing the National Pension Commission, urged the House to refine provisions on social protection entitlement, accessibility aids, special education support, and eligibility criteria to ensure the bill's objectives are fully met.
The right of other persons, as encapsulated in Part 3, should itemize the right in bulletin points and should begin with other persons here. Subparagraph 5 and 6 needs to include that at the beginning. The provision on mobility and accessibility in physical appears in page C1026 should be deleted to read provision of mental and health care to be provided in the short title Mobility and Accessibility to Building is provided in Part 4.
Beneficiaries under the Pension Reform Act are substantially beneficiaries of the contributory pension scheme. And so what they are substantially entitled to under the Act is the monthly pension.
The bill proposes free medical services in government facilities, certain tax exemptions, monthly stipends and safeguards against abandonment, while also strengthening enforceable rights for elderly citizens. The Speaker of the House of Representatives says electricity remains at the heart of Nigeria's development, but despite years of reforms and heavy investment, the power sector is still struggling. Represented by Honorable Mike Etaba, at the opening of an investigative hearing, Speaker Abbas Tajudeen said the House is now reviewing 17 years of power sector reforms. The goal is to ensure those reforms translate to better service delivery, increased capacity, and improved infrastructure.
As our constitutional duty of oversight, we owe it to Nigerians to ensure that the reforms intended to enhance service delivery, increase capacity, and improve infrastructure are not just on paper, but effectively implemented and yielding the desired results.
Chairman of the committee, Ibrahim Mustafa, says the review is being carried out by an ad hoc committee set up to scrutinize how the sector has been managed since 2007. He added that the committee will engage government agencies, private operators and key stakeholders to establish the facts and recommend concrete solutions that can strengthen the sector and improve electricity supply for Nigerians.
Our mandate is clear: to conduct a comprehensive audit and investigation into the power sector reforms and expenditure during the period of 2007 to 2024, in line with Section 88 and 89 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A sector where in 2008 about $16 billion has been expended, and about 5.2 trillion has been expended so far, with about $35 billion investment from the private sector.